Yo, 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 what's happening? It's your boy Square, man, locked in the truck with my guy Pooh. Warren, man, Warren gonna miss a couple on because he a coach too, you know what I'm saying? He been coaching, Blackburn, you know what I'm saying? We over there coaching, man. He trying to get them kids right over there. That's why y'all ain't seen him in a minute. But when he come, y'all already know he gonna act a fool when he get
Man, I'm
back.
gonna act a plum goddamn fool, man. Y'all know what's going on, Jack.
Already. But we got a special guest in here tonight, man. Hey, he a legend. Y'all might not know him, but y'all gonna know him after this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do know him though. One of old Miss legends. You know what I'm saying? So hey man, hey coach, go on, introduce yourself. Let them folks know what's going on, man.
Man, Shay Hodge, man, played at Ole Miss. Broke a lot of records there, and right now coaching at Jackson Academy and got one of the top 707 teams in the nation, and also training a lot of top players in the state. A lot of the 5-star, 4-star players, and just developing any kid, that comes in my grasp.
Already, man. But check this out, bro. Hey, y'all heard his resume. Y'all done heard the resume, man. The top 707. Man, broke a lot of Ole Miss records and all that, man. We got a legend in here, man, for real. And this shit big, man. But y'all finna get to know him today, man. We gonna start from the beginning, like, you know what I'm saying, where it all began.
Began in Morton, Mississippi. I'm from Morton, where Deuce McAllister from, where I always used to tell people, just it actually started with basketball. I was a basketball player as a kid. Actually, I averaged 30 points a game in basketball.
For real?
Yeah, Omar Carter that died in Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
That was my trainer. I played for him with the Jackson Panthers. Like Tommy Mabry, that's the speaker.
Yeah.
He played on my team. Ernesto Green, going blank, Mario Case. It's a lot of Jackson. Kevin Sims that played for us.
Yeah.
All of my boys, man, we played together. I almost went to Provine. But yeah, it started in Morton, and I just came up trying to be like Deuce, trying to be the next great player that came from there. And when I got in high school, I ended up still playing both. And actually, I don't know what the record is, but I think I'm probably like one of the few that ever had 1,000 yards and average 1,000 yards in football and average 30 points a game in basketball in the same year.
Oh, that's strong.
That's strong.
That's strong.
Yeah.
They living in the gym.
Living it up.
But honestly, I didn't, man. I honestly, like, as far as like lifting weights, I didn't.
Yeah.
There's a lot of natural ability, but when I got to college and stuff, I ended up working a little harder because I met certain people like Dexter McCluster. But just speaking on the early years, it was just basketball that kept me going, and then actually, let me go back.
Yeah.
It's my homeboys that got me play football. So I'm in the hood, I'm in Morton. Every city got a hood. Whether nobody
No matter where you at.
you feel me? Like, it's in the country, but people think we ain't got no hood, man. I grew up with some rough kids, and people that were like 5, 10 years older than me, man, they was still in the hood, and like that was roughing us up and making us stronger and better. So I had a best friend named Jermaine Washington. We called him Punch. And, man, he was like one of the toughest kids I ever met in my life, man. And so I didn't kind of want to let him down, and he was a football player. And so they would play in the hood. They would play pickup Emmitt Smith, and all that stuff. And I didn't really want to play, but I looked at it like, man, if they can play, man, I got to play too. I can't be the one out the group that don't play.
Yeah.
Right.
And so 7th, 8th grade, I was just all right. I would play quarterback, and but from 6th grade all the way to 11, I played quarterback, and I just gave it a chance. In 9th grade, man, I said I wanted to quit football, and after 9th grade, I was going to quit football, and I wanted to go to Arizona in basketball. I love Arizona in college basketball, but in 8th grade going to 9th, man, I grew from 5'2" to 6'2".
Damn.
In the summer. Like, I was a midget. I was little bitty. But I was quick as a cat being little bitty. So when I grew tall, I never lost the quickness. I just developed all that jumping and being able to just fluently move, man. And so in my 9th grade year, man, playing quarterback, I had 50 touchdowns, and we went undefeated. We was good, real good in 9th grade. We probably could have beat our high school team. We was that good.
Yeah.
And so it went on 10th, 11th grade. I had a bunch of stats and stuff, but like we wasn't that good of a team. But my senior year, I ended up one of like the most prolific things I did back then. There was I took more into the farthest they ever went, which was the 3rd round of the playoffs, and it was farther than Deuce had ever took them. So I was poking my chest out at that time. I did something Deuce didn't do, but. Yeah, man, I attribute a lot of his football to Jermaine Washington, man. Punch, man. Shout out to Punch, man. If it wasn't for him, I probably never play football. I hated football. I ain't like to get tackled. So my main thing was like, I got to make everybody miss, so I ain't getting tackled. But in high school, I'm more dominant than them. So, I looked at it a little different. It's just like, I got to do it. Like, I didn't like to tackle. I played defense too. I probably had like 20 picks in high school. Like, just play defense too. So I always like when they did the rankings, they put me as a 3-star, but I like knew I was that guy. Like, I knew it. Like, I always put up numbers since I was little. And what happened? Yeah, when I got to college and stuff, man, they was like, when they did the rankings, they was like, oh, he came out of nowhere. You know, he overdeveloped or he just developed so much in college. Like, nah, dog, I've been doing this. It's just I'm in Morton. And I ain't in Jackson. I ain't at the bigger school. So that kind of allude to what I do now, but I'll let her get to that point.
But check this out. Oh, you finna go?
It like, all right, when you say you went from what 5'2" to 6'2", right? Over a summer.
Over summer.
I had a growth spurt too. Like I was little hell and just growing out of nowhere. But the thing was, I got clumsy as hell. You know what I'm saying? So did you get that clumsiness too? Where you had to work a little harder with your feet, bro, to kind of keep up with your body?
I didn't remember what I said. I had great feet. I was quick as a cat, man. I could drill that thing like Kyrie, and it's not even like an exaggeration. Like I really got some handles. Like people that know me know that. And
boy,
so
I got
it just stayed the same, bro.
Shit.
But I do know what you're talking about. I meet kids that grow fast,
Yeah.
and they super they look like Bambi. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
bro. For real, that should be weird, bro. Cause you done been short as hell. You done been playing small your whole life.
Right.
Over 3 months, bro, you grow 4-5 inches, 6-7 inches. You know what I'm saying? And shit, damn, what I'm finna do with these big long motherfuckers? I used to wear a size 6.
Right.
Remember the 12 now. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit,
A
it's
lot
just
of my
different.
homeboys, the older cats I talk about, they went to jail. When they came out, and they seen me, they were like, man, ain't no way they little Shay. Like, you know, it's you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? You feel it a little bit, but you don't see it. But only reason I knew, we had basketball practice in the summer. And at the end of the summer, probably like right before August or whatever, man, we had like a practice or whatever, and I just was able to dunk. Like, I just started dunking out of nowhere. And so that's when I knew, I was like, man, I had to get taller. You know, because you really don't feel it when it's you, man. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
Well, hey, how old you were when you started dunking, though?
14.
That sound about average, though. Most folks start about 12 to 15.
That ain't
Average?
it's 16.
Yeah,
Average
about
16.
About 15, 16. But we had some cats down there more Brady can dunk in like 5th grade. Like, I got a kid, his dad, his name Jay, the kid named Jay Shun, he got a daddy named Yushun. Like I always tell people think I was like the best player to come through. Nah, it was him when he was little. That man could dunk in like 5th grade and he could shoot it like from the other end of the court. Like, and he could throw a football like 65 yards. So I was like,
strong,
man,
bro.
I gotta get like him.
That country shit different from that
saying-
city shit. I'm
It's
sorry.
just like we been saying, though, bro.
Shit city for you said that.
No cap though, because you know what I'm saying? You got no
country
country
city,
school, bro. They smaller, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
communities is smaller. So they grow and develop together. Like we've been saying about JPS, bro, when you got school, like when we were coming up, we had 8 high schools?
Yeah.
Now they condensed them where we got like 6 now. They condensed them 2 more and make it 4. Shit. JPS gonna be hard to beat. You see how they
Facts.
condensed these schools, bro.
Facts.
Since condensing these schools, bro, Lanier running through JPS. Merle running through JPS. Everybody motherfucking know playing high school ball, man, in Mississippi. Football had to go through Provine talking about some JPS.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, right now, man, Harder can beat Provine. Harder ain't even established right now. No cap, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy why this shit done flip now.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like I always thought the country football player was always better than Jackson football player, cause I feel like that's all y'all had to do.
That's what I was about to say, man. Cause like Omar Carter is like, I'm Omar now in football, you know?
Yeah.
And I look at it now, cause it was so funny, man. When I came to Jackson, he seen how good I was. He was like, "Oh, you not going back to the country." But me thinking that Provine, I didn't know that's why I was gonna go to Provine, Forest Hill, or go to play for and go to Piney Woods when going blank. Dang, Brent was there going blank. That's why I called Brent.
Dang, what's the kid?
I don't know why I'm going blank right now, but he played in college. But he coached in college and stuff. But I had told him, like, man, I'm not coming to Jackson. Y'all don't play no football. Like, I'm real good in football. Yeah, y'all good in basketball. Come to find out, I was dead wrong. They had one of the best teams in the state. They probably was only missing me to win the championship.
Yeah. Yeah, back
crazy.
then.
What year you
06.
06?
06, yup.
Them boy was undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even
that
know.
was tough.
I was trying to come play with O.J. Williams, Ernesto, and all
Mhm.
those
OJ
boys.
was hoping that
Man,
Provine,
he was
G.
telling, boy.
Man, OJ shoot the pill out that be red now.
God,
You
but
feel
that man
me?
got a burner, cuz.
Oh, everything.
So before we get into that football stuff, like what made you just get your mind off basketball? You scoring 38 points, man. Check this out. In the sports industry, people rather play basketball because you can see you. You ain't got no helmet on. You get more highlights and all that, man. Like, how you gonna throw away them 83 points a game, man, just to go, you know what I'm saying, do that?
So yeah, what it was, I was like always a critical thinker, you know, like and in basketball, like we played Carthage, man. I hit 51 against them and we lost 99-98. So I had some football games. Every football game I scored 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns in a game. We won them games convincingly, or like it was just we won it. And so also AAU with Omar, like I never liked to play the 1. I always wanted to play the 2, but I'm the size of a 1. I modeled my game around Allen Iverson. That's why I was number 3. And so I wanted to be an undersized 2 guard, but man, I'm playing the AAU, man, and them guards on the wing, bro, they 6'6", 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
I'm used to be the dominant jumping guy, like I can out jump everybody and stuff. That's one of my biggest attributes. And now I'm having to turn into this fundamental play where I gotta box them out, and you know they longer than me, they can block my shot. You know, I'm having to do so much to score, man. I think that was a factor. Me being dominant and then still losing. And then I think the last factor was 2 more factors. The last factor was there's 2 rounds in the NBA draft, there's 7 in football. And then one more was in basketball, I'm considered small, it's 6'2", 6'3". A 6'2", 6'3" receiver, I'm huge. I'm a big dude.
Yeah.
So I just looked at it that way, man, coming out of high school. But I signed a dual scholarship. I supposed to play basketball too. I had like 17 scholarships in basketball too. Like at Tennessee, I could have went to play with Bruce Pearl.
Damn.
Quick AAU story. It was a guy, you can see that orange in the stadium. I mean, in any stands. And like we was playing, and Omar was like, "Yeah, this dude going to Tennessee. Shay, I'm gonna see what you can do. Can you stop him?" I love any type of challenge like this. I'm a prove it guy. Like I want to prove anything. Whoever supposed to be the best guy, I want him.
Yeah.
Like, I've always been like that. So I dropped about 28, 30 on this dude, and I stopped him for 8. And so the first day of school, Tennessee at the school in bright orange, like, hey, that dude our second choice. Now we seen what you did to him. Like, we want you. So I told him straight up, like, man, I got football too. I got to think about it. I just can't sign that scholarship right now. And they was like, man, we can't wait on it. We gotta move, man. But I was like, hey, cool. But with Ole Miss, I signed in basketball and football. I supposed to play basketball. It just, once again, I was aware, like, hey, in high school, I ain't lifting no weights.
Yeah.
I come out of high school, 6'2", 6'3", 165 pounds, can bench 185 2 times. So when it was time to go to basketball, I was like, nah, I'm not completely a starter right now. Like, I'm in between. I was like, nah, I got to get stronger, man. And I was going to sit out basketball for a year and then come back, but I did it the wrong way. I just didn't go to practice. And then the coach the next year was like, where you was, and blah, blah, blah. I wanted to play. And he was like, nah, I just can't let you do it. And so that was the end of basketball.
Yeah.
Broke my heart, but hey, it is what it is.
Damn. So I'm gonna give you this. So coming out of high school, you know what I'm saying? How many scholarships you got to play football at any other school?
I had 8.
Yeah.
8 in football. Alabama was 1, but it wasn't the Alabama like now. You know, they was good, but they wasn't like it is now. But Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Alabama, Iowa State, Southern Miss, Auburn. I think the other 2 was small. I kind of be forgetting who they are, but them was the big ones.
And out of all them schools, I know you did your visit. You did your visit with all of them or some of them?
No, I think back then it was like a rule you couldn't do all of it like you can now. Something of that
nature. You couldn't do no like 2, 3
or 3 maybe 4 or something like that. And I went to Southern Miss and I just went to Ole Miss, and I didn't even get the rest of my chance. Even if I had another visit, I didn't give him a chance. And I wanted to follow in Duke's footsteps, man. You know, as a kid, you watching him on TV, you hearing about him at school. This model scissors, he actually made it hard for being real, man. That man, he did it too right. Like, I was a class clown. I had all A's. I graduated with honors, but like, it just, he made it too hard. Everybody wanted me to be exactly like him. So when I got ready to pick to where I was going to go, man, I wanted to just follow in his footsteps and try to, you know, blaze my own path as a receiver.
Yeah.
And I got it done.
So check this out. How Ole Miss get you to sign?
Really, it was nothing, man. I kind of was loyal to him. I committed to him my junior year. Deuce used to do little things here and there for me, like little gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't nothing. It was no pressure to it. It's just something I wanted to do.
Oh, all right.
Well, they also had all senior receivers, you know, and they was all graduating.
Oh, so
my
you
biggest
gonna
thing,
come in and
my biggest
smart,
thing playing as a true freshman was a big thing for me, and I started probably 5-6 games as a freshman.
Damn.
I didn't have the stats I wanted, but like starting as a freshman was a big thing. You know, like I tell kids now. Like, people go and they be 4 and 5 star and don't even touch the field. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
Especially, and you said you were a 3-star coming out of high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's tough, bro. You coming out of high school as a 3-star, and you going to this big SEC school, starting 5-6 games as a freshman. Like, shit, they say it's more than numbers. You feel me?
Yeah, they say way more than numbers.
I hated that. I only had 193 yards and 193 and no touchdowns. I was really mad.
Talking about your first year?
Yeah.
So, going into all right, check this out. Your second year, you know what I'm saying? Discretion wise, man. You know what I'm saying? You know Ole Miss one of the biggest party schools in the US now. You know that. Now, you know what I'm saying, playing football and you know what I'm saying, cause I've been watching the Hernandez little thing on Hulu, and he had a lot of discretion in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Did you have a lot of problems in the discretion stuff coming up?
Nah, man,
Different.
I'm a little different. Like the guy, the guy that used to be the dude, like all that partying. I never been like that. Like I'm simple. Like Travis Hunter said, man, I like to be at home playing the game and chilling, with my girl or somebody. Like, I'm not a partier. Like you rarely gonna see me out. It's just like in Jackson, people don't know me because I don't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
One reason, like, there's all the violence around, but the other reason, my human nature is just who I am. Like I just don't like to be out like that. Sporting events and stuff, yeah, that's cool, that's fun to me. But like being in the club, drinking and bobbing your head and like ain't nobody even dancing with women. Like, what's the point?
Now you got a point. Now you got a point. Cause ain't nobody dancing with no women. The women be dancing with other women. You got a point, man.
I always looked at it like, man, that's crazy. I don't even get it. We go out to try to find somebody to talk to or whatever, for that night, and ain't nobody even talking to nobody really. And it's all don't take.
Yeah, everybody got time for that. Way. You right. You right. Oh God.
No, go ahead.
All right, so check this out. Your second year, you're playing, and like, did your stats pick up the second year? Like, what happened the second year?
Oh yeah, for sure. I ain't allude to all that. Like, the accolades. First 1,000 yard receiving Ole Miss history. Broke the single season record with 1,135 yards in the single season. Broke the career record 2,646 yards. Second in touchdowns, 22. I led the entire SEC with everybody in it, with Brandon LaFleur, AJ Green, Julio Jones.
Hell nah, man. Don't cap, man. You capping, man.
Oh, God, you can look it up. Like, I did all that, man, and like I honestly, I've always fought for my respect. I feel like coming out of high school, I did the same stuff. We went to the same camps and all of them, and I'm like, how are they rated so much higher than me? Like, I'm better than them. I knew this.
I'm telling you, bro, when you go to camps with folks, bro, you be whooping these folks' ass in camps.
But it's like, sometimes it be the guy that's like smaller that can beat the guy and have better stats, but like, I checked all boxes. Like, me being a coach and being a big-time recruiter and getting all these boys, all the offers and stuff, like, I know it to the T. So, I look back at my situation. I'm 6'2", I checked the box. I run 4'5", 4'6", I checked the box. Jumping, I checked the box. I can go between the legs and dunking all type of stuff in high school. So it's like, what was the knock? Why did you don't put me 3-star? Like, what, you didn't think I was gonna be who I was gonna be? As a sophomore, I had like probably like 2,000 yards and like 25 touchdowns. As a junior, I had like 3,000 total yards and like 30 touchdowns. As a senior, I played number of receiver 1,150 yards and 21 touchdowns. Number of receiver, man, somebody having 21 touchdowns didn't do number touch by a receiver, not a quarterback, not a running back, not a returner. I'm catching this. So
that's strong.
That's super strong.
Nobody say
I always
that many yards at receiver. That's strong, cause you know how dominant you got to be,
right?
To put over 1,000 yards for just at receiver, not returning, not catching the ball out the backfield as a running back, not dropping back as a passer.
None, no rush, no none.
Straight receiver,
depending on somebody to give me the ball. So so my sophomore year picked up obviously when I tell you the final story. I had. But I also played with Mike Wallace. I played with some really good players. Mike Wallace, Dexter McCluster, who I think is the best player ever in Ole Miss history. Like, bro touched the ball every play. Every play. And then you got another dude on the other side of me that's way faster than everybody on the field. You seen his highlights with the Steelers. That's who I played with, number 17. It was a little while back.
Yeah.
And so being able to contribute and find my path, like I was the Pippin for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That receiver, like Mike was the guy. I would have more catches, but he was actually the guy, and then the other guy was Dexter, and I really was I was Chris Bosh. You feel me? I was the third guy. I'm Kevin Love. I'm the third guy. But I've just always been able to figure out, like, how do I fit in the puzzle? You know what I'm saying? How can I contribute without being a hater? How can I make this better? And that's hard to do. A lot of our teammates couldn't do that and would hate on Dexter or hate on Mike, or well, not really Mike. Everybody love Mike to get the ball because everybody loves to see speed. But like when a guy just touching the ball every play and you got other good players, players can get jealous. But I was like never that player. I like befriended him. Like he the one taught me my work ethic, which was Dexter McCluster, and like that's my dog. He still work hard to this day. We 36, man. This man still got 8 abs just like when he came to college, dog.
Oh,
so like a lot of that contribute to him, man. And my sophomore year picked up, and then my junior year and senior year was like it was incredible. Like what we was able to accomplish, because my sophomore year we were still sorry. Yeah. My freshman year we were sorry. My sophomore year we were still sorry. Our coach get fired, so that was being able to lead the team in catches. On a bad team, like being a safety blanket for a quarterback, I feel like that was an accomplishment. Each year I tried to accomplish something. I always put some goal out in front of me that I'm trying to accomplish.
So check this out. Like you said, you've been the third option, man. Like how hard it was mentally to be like, man, I'm gonna be the third option. Like he builder, he gotta touch the ball. This person gotta get the ball. Like, but I'm gonna just be like you say. I'm gonna be Chris Bosh. Like how hard mentally was it?
It really wasn't hard because I'm the third option, but I'm touching the ball the second most. You feel me? So I had more catches. Mike just got the longer passes, like the deep passes.
The deep passes, yeah.
So I'm touching. So I'm second in touches. So I think if I was third in touch, I probably it would been more mentally tough for me. But being second and knowing how good that cat is, it didn't bother me because as long as I was contributing, you know, and the way I always tell my kids, like I always use the mentality, like it's what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I touch it, what do I do with it? So my freshman year I ain't had no touchdown. My second year I had 6 or 8. I can't remember which one, but I started to make it happen. I started to get comfortable out there. So I was happy to be contributing, you know, and then we started to get a little bit better, even though we didn't get over the hump yet.
Yeah.
And that's like a ground foundation of football, bro. Like the more comfortable you are playing a sport, the more comfortable you are in the field, on the field, the more comfortable you are with your teammates. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna contribute to a better part of the wins or the losses. You know what I'm saying, with the team. Because if you out there, man, you can be that dude. But if you uncomfortable with your quarterback throwing you the ball, shit, you're gonna look garbage as fuck. And you still not gonna be that dude. Yeah, your numbers gonna say, yeah, man, this guy, that dude coming out of high school, blah, 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 blah. And he get to college and ain't doing nothing, but he not comfortable within that system. And you see that often. You know what I'm saying? Like right now within the NFL, bro. You see that shit often. Yep. Like what's her one night from the Bears? Caleb Williams?
Yeah.
If you ask me, garbage as hell. Send him back to college for another 7 years.
But check this out. You playing and you know what I'm saying? What about NFL? You know what I'm saying? You did your years at Ole Miss, man. I know. Did you ever declare for the draft or?
So yeah, let me go back a little bit. So my junior year, I was going to declare for the draft. I had 725 yards and like 8 touchdowns. We was finally good. We went 9-4. We played Texas Tech with Micah Crabtree.
Ooh, yeah.
And like that's when they thought they was going to the national championship, and they got put out of it. And they got put into the Cotton Bowl with us. So they come out there all cocky and stuff. They thought they were finna whoop us, man. We smashed. They came out 14-0. We smashed them boys. But my goal was my junior year, like, man, if I get 700 some yards, 800 some yards, have a good season, and in the bowl game, which you always watch people in the bowl game, they have a good bowl game.
Yeah, that's how they
project themselves to the NFL. So man, I love my coach to death, Coach Nutt, but I felt like he didn't throw me the ball that game because I always had the most catches on every game, just about at least the most catches. I might not have the most yards, but I had the most catches. That game, man, I got 2 targets. I had 2 catches for like 45 yards, 49 yards, and one of them I caught. I stick on my highlights on YouTube. I was so mad, man. I tried to like I had caught like a back shoulder fade, hit the ground. I tried to take bro to the end zone with me. Just had it face man like this and tried to take him to the end zone. I threw him down, but he brought me down. And I'm mad, slamming the ball. Like, man, if I don't score that, I can't leave. So I was ready to leave then my junior year, but I think I made a smart decision as far as like statistics.
Yeah.
But then I come back my senior year, man, and funny story, I had took some medicine. I had really bad acne in college. And another reason why I wasn't trying to go everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like self-esteem stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I had never dealt with it, so I had took some medicine called Accutane, and it started to deteriorate the cartilage in my knee. Now, granted, I don't know what's going on. I just know I couldn't bend down. So when I broke those records, I was hurt. When I had 1,135 yards, I was hurt. So the side effects to the medicine is it'll make your ligaments weak, it'll make your bones weak, it'll chap your lips really bad. It does something to your liver, but the percentage of it happening is very, very low. But it was slowly happening when I was telling all the trainers, like, man, it hurt for me to bend down. It hurt for me to bend down. You know, and they kept giving out diagnosis without giving me an MRI saying, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. Oh, it's called your quiet week. Oh, it's this, it's that. And granted, I killed it. 1,135 yards and 8 touchdowns and beat everybody out. You know, I had the most yards and everything, but I was truly hurt. And still, when I go to the draft, I went to the Senior Bowl. I did everything at a high level. You know, I went to the Senior Bowl. I was top performer at the Senior Bowl. Didn't get to play in the game because the day before the game or 2 days before the game, I jumped up over somebody, came down on their foot, and it got like a little hairline fracture in my foot, and it's all on my right side. And so I go to the combine, I get invited to the combine, and I run 4.58, 4.6, 4.58 and a 4.62, but all this is hurt, and they made me go through like 10 hours of medical, man. And come to find out, I still don't know. So I go to the league, I go undrafted, crying and everything, like how this happened to a guy that's first team ISC, you know.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm done with football. Like, I I did all that for what? You know what I'm saying? It felt like a failure. But it was like when I went, I got signed by the 49ers, didn't pass the physical because of my knee. I didn't lie I'm an honest person. So if you ask me if it hurt, I'm like, yeah, this, yeah, that, yeah, this. And they was like, we can't sign you because you're hurt. So the next day, the Washington Redskins called me. So I got to meet Donovan McNabb, LaRon Landry, Joey Galloway, Santana Moss, like all these cats I get to meet. Trent Williams, the best tackle.
Yeah.
He got drafted there. Like I was in the same class. And so I go through preseason. I didn't get to play in the game. I just practice all the time. They put me in the game probably like the last game for 4 plays. So then they cut me the next day on the final cuts. I made it to the final cuts and they cut me. And I told them, I was like, man, y'all didn't even give me a chance. And they were like, you got to get fixed up. And I'm like, I still don't understand the point because I still don't know what's wrong.
Right.
So I go to the Bengals. So I get to play with Chad Johnson and Terrell Owens. Me and Terrell Owens were like this. I actually stayed with him because I was so scared to buy something, like apartment or something, because I was like, I'm scared we get cut.
Yeah.
You know, and so he took me in, man, taught me a lot of things, and I cherish it now. But then I went through that whole year, and then the next year, some of the next year, and then I get cut again because it just started ailing real, real bad. So anyway, I go play arena ball after that, get hurt one more time, and then finally an MRI is done.
What out of all that time?
All that time. 3 teams in the league and just get an MRI.
Well, it must cost a lot to get an MRI or something.
It doesn't. It's just like when you in the league, it's a business. Why they ain't got to tell you. You know what I'm saying? It'll like cost them.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
if I get hurt, they had made me sign something, but I'm so young and dumb. I don't know what I'm really
I see what you're
signing.
saying now.
And they was like, they're not going to help me fix it as long as I can go without it. What the problem was, my agent. I had the wrong agent. You know, it was a guy that's trying to get paid. I had supposedly a second, third round grade. When you look at every paper, you come out doing all that, you think it's an easy payday for an agency. He got to really do some work. It's kind of like me, what I do with recruiting. We'll get into it later, I'm sure. But it's just the guidance, man. Like it was a dude in between named Peter Schaefer. I signed with a guy named Jonathan Persh, who was a part of the agency that did that first ever big deal with Albert Hainsworth when he got $100 million.
Yeah.
It was that. He was with them. And so it tricked my mom and me and thinking he was something. And to the end, I knew. Because at the combine, Peter Schaefer, who had number first round picks, he liked me. He was like, dude, you good, but something's off. Like you don't need to go to the combine. If you do, don't do the medicals. He like, where your agent and why he's not here? Why he's not telling what to do? So he was telling me the whole time, and like eventually it hit me like, why dude telling me this? I'm not a high draft pick like them. I only got like a 3rd round grade. So why is he telling me this? So I tried to fire him. My mama guilt tripped me, bro. I never listened to it growing up for the most part, and for some reason I listened to it on this, man. And granted, it propelled me to where I'm at now, but at the time I was like, man, I wanted to be in the league so bad. I wanted to be a 10-year pro, you know, do the same thing I've done. I've been elite at everything I've done.
Yeah.
You know, everything I really, really tried to do, I've been elite at it. So that's what I wanted in NFL too, you know, to play 10 years, be on ESPN. That was my dream. So
damn.
That's like the story nobody really knows. And some people be like, oh, back home, he wasn't good enough and this and that. Like, dog, you don't dominate the SEC and not good enough.
Not good.
Like, you got to have some
You can't dominate NAM conference in
man.
college and not be good enough,
Not
bro.
be good enough.
It's just like with Travis Hunter here in Jackson State, bro.
Right.
He a dog at Jackson State. You're dog in Colorado. Either way it go, bro, no matter where the fuck you go, if you good enough, them folks gonna find your ass. You can go play 4 years at Millsaps. Dominated Millsaps.
And they gonna find
you.
your
Gonna find you, man. You might not go with the letter grade or the number you want to, but bro, if you good enough, I feel like them folks gonna find you, dog.
Travis, though, being in the lane, I mean, you knew he was good enough because it's a tier in 7-on-7 that's different from everything else. Like my team went to OT7. We play on the top tier stuff. It's not everybody think they doing it big and stuff. Like I've been in it 10 years. Yeah. So I really, and I came in with a dude named Dimitri Warren. So when I seen him, it wasn't like a blind thing for me. I seen him in 7-on-7 against the top players. So he dominated them. And when he went to Jack State,
easy too.
Easy. Like I'm talking about, bro, jumping on 2 and 3 people. Yeah, and like these are elite dudes at 6'3", 6'4". Like
these catches that you will see on TV, bro. And 7-on-7, you ain't got no big men on the field taking up space. It's just skill guys against skill guys. This man is undersized receiver and corner, dominating both sides of the ball in high school and 7-on-7 camp, bro. This shit was crazy to watch.
That's how he got ranked up there at first, and then he showed the rest. I mean, he made a campaign for himself. He did all that in 7-on-7, bro, and he was like, he made a whole bunch of clips and put them together. You can even watch it on YouTube now. He was like, I'm the number 1 player in this whole class. They watched all that, bro, and they jumped him to number 1. He was like probably like a number 20-something, 30-something, or whatever.
Without an agent, without nothing.
That's why I told them kids, basically, tell me, I'm going to tell you right now, how important is social media right now with all this NIL, all this stuff, man, getting in these schools, how important is social media?
It's very important.
Just like I told them
builds
kids.
your money, it builds your value. Like I got a few kids that's like really flamboyant and their social media is out there. I got one that jumped from the 139th player to the 24th overall player in his class. One reason he went to everything he needed to go to with us. And the other part, he know how to use his social media to make people like stand out to people. Then I got another one that's just as good as him, but he's quiet. He's from Morton. Yeah. He's from my hometown. He's the next one to come out. He's a 4-star, almost a 5-star. But he's quiet. He don't like to post nothing. He don't like to talk or whatever. And it's hurting his NIL value. The only reason he's going to probably get it still is because the people vouching for him, the people like me that's talking for
people
him.
in this circle.
Yeah. That's the only reason he's going to really get it. But yes, you're exactly right. And Twitter. So it's like it's one or the other. Like Twitter gets you in front of the coaches and gets you it's the professional side of it.
Yeah.
Instagram is the advertising side of it. Like how flamboyant can you be? Like why do somebody want to put some money into you and like let you represent their brand if you're not out there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not being seen. Like I heard y'all talk about a pitching something or whatever with the Budweiser and stuff. Like why would they want to do that if you never on camera, you never doing anything? Right? It only makes common sense.
Already. So you done got it. You done went through the NBA. I mean, not the NBA, but NFL combine and all that, bro. And I wanted mentally, them people not accepting you, instead of getting kicked out and all that, man. Like, what was your lowest point, man? Hold on. Did you ever think about suicide?
You said, did I?
Did you ever think about?
For sure.
Damn.
For sure. Even growing up, I did. That's another story. But like for sure, when football, because I always had, I one of them kids that had it tough with his mom, his parents. And so I always wondered there and like go crazy about that, like why we can't get along, it's me, blah, 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 you know, whatever. But when football went down the drain, I really, really, really almost probably did that, bro. Like, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Like there's a lot of players when they don't do what they're supposed to do in sports and everybody got you way up here. And then when you fall, man, you really feel how, you find out how people really feel about you. And like I thought the whole city loved me. I thought everybody around me loved me. Like, nah, man, everybody like to ride who winning. They like to ride with who winning. So when it all went down, you know, even with my girlfriend, even with my mama, even with money, like I had some money, 6-figure money, but then I spent it all thinking I'm going to be there for a few years. Me and my girlfriend break up on some stuff. You know, I had it hard, bro.
Damn,
and I like it the lowest of the lower, bro. I had $0 at one point. Hurting from a relationship. Like I had it bad, dog. And I look at it. And that's why I always try to tell my kids now that I train and coach, bro, like, don't get too far into it with them girls, man. Let it, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, let it just happen.
Let it play out, bro.
Yeah, let it play out. Don't get too caught up, man, because like it's a lot of games out here. Even dudes, we do it too, but y'all know how we are. We can dish it, but we can't take it.
We can't take it.
We can't take it.
We can't take it.
You feel me?
We can't take it,
bro.
Oh,
so
God.
I definitely I went through depression. Like probably like 2-3 years. I kept going a little bit. Like, bro, I was out of it, man. I wasn't Shay no more. And then everybody in my hometown, like, looking at me, and certain people say certain things to me, like classmates, like, yeah, you thought you was all this, you thought you was all that.
Damn, that's that hurt, bro.
Yeah.
That's
and
that
I was
hurt.
like, hey, look, I ain't flash out. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I was at the wit scene.
Yeah.
And look, I ain't never seen him spaz out or whatever, but I mean, I kept my composure, man, and I picked myself up. I got a pastor, my basketball coach, my pastor, my mentor, man, Perry Fletcher. He coached at Murrah, took them to the championship with Eric and them. I forgot what year it was or whatever, but like he grounded me, man. And like, I used to always like, why? You know, I was like, why did all this happen to me? Like, was it because me and my mom didn't get along? You know, was it because I made some bad choice? You know, but as life kept playing out, well, I'm a fighter first off, so I fought to get back, you know, to the league, and I made it back to Canada. I went and got my knee fixed. I had to go to New York. I had to come up with like $20,000. So I worked over a few years, man, and able to save it up. Couldn't never really get a big time paying job. I did, and then always some stumbling block came along or whatever. But it took me like 3 or 4 years, and I finally got it done, and I got a chance to go back and play. You know, I got a chance to go to Canada, and I played again, only to find out like that same deterioration is in my ankle too, like both of my ankles too. So I can kill a cat on the streets playing football or basketball, but a professional, you know, it's a different type of, you know, it's a different type of talent. So was like, man, and I figured it out. Then I was like, it's over. You know, I like, at least God gave me a chance to see.
Oh,
You know,
God. Ain't too many getting the opportunity.
Nah,
I
for
know I
real.
got to see it through, man. So that's when I got into coaching. I knew I would be a coach. I always loved teaching. Like my young receivers that came to Ole Miss, they all knew, man, I can count on Big Bro Shay to show me how to do everything from
Yeah.
teaching it to showing them. And that's what played into who I am now, man. Like you see, you look back over your life and see like, how did all this happen? Like, how did you get in this position? Because everybody think like, oh, he had it easy because he was a legend. And people just come to him like, nah, you got to be good at what you do.
Gotta be good.
You feel me?
For
You
real.
got to
Gotta
be
be
really
good.
good at what you do. And I always used to try to tell adults stuff and explain to adults. And you know, adults don't want to listen to you. They set in their ways.
Yeah.
I always wonder like, why do I know how to explain so well and nobody want to hear it? So I started dealing with kids. Kids open to it. They like, man, coach, teach me. Coach me. You feel me? For the most part, most of them are like that. And even the ones that don't, I
And-
relate so well with
Mhm.
kids because I've had it on all type of spectrums from not being able to get along with my mama, everybody thinking I'm bad because I'm the class clown, I got the smart mouth. Some people wanted me to go to alternative school in high school and stuff. And
Mhm.
I remember when I was going to Ole Miss, like me and my mama got into it, she wanted my scholarship to get took. She even called Ole Miss, my principal. Like I just see my principal, man, at the homecoming, and she think I don't know. You know, Ole Miss told me all this. Like the coach told me all this.
Yeah.
And he was like, even your principal was talking about, man, take his scholarship. He ain't gonna never make it.
Damn.
But then when she see me, she be speaking to me and stuff, and I just be looking at her like, I played a game with her, but I be looking at her like, yeah, look what I did. Look who I became. You know, like, it wasn't even nothing about change. It was a change of environment, being around the right people. Like,
yeah.
you know, I was in the hood. Like, my friends and stuff wasn't on the same path as me, and they was doing other things. And then I thought being bad was cool, you know.
Man, everybody.
I think
Everybody.
come on with it,
Bro,
bro.
The whole
I'm listening
Jackson,
to,
Mississippi.
I'm listening to your story now. I was the same fucking way,
Right.
bro. I swear to God, nigga, I ain't even graduate.
Right,
I dropped out of school. I ain't gonna lie to you.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Hearing your story, like, damn, you never gave up. I never gave up. It's like I feel where you coming
Yeah.
from,
Right.
bro.
And hold on, let me say this part. So like I coach at Jackson Academy, and like the kids there, you think, oh, they just do everything right. Some of them think they look class clown, and how I relate with them, how I stop them. I be like, I hit them straight like this, especially if it's a black kid. I be like, hey, bro, come here. I said, I know what you doing. Like I used to be you.
Yeah.
Like, don't make this hard, dog, because I can just send you to the office and it's over with.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
a DR at that school,
It's over with.
they
Yeah.
hate that, boy.
Oh,
All
yeah.
you gotta do is say DR. So I was like, so I don't have to give you a DR, man. Just come on, make this easy, man. If I say shut up, shut up. If I say do this, just do that. Cause I'm like, I'm the coolest dude you ever gonna meet at this school. But if you get on my bad side, I can be the other way.
Yeah.
And like one of them want to go to the NFL, and I said, and I showed him that I went to the NFL and how good I was in college. Bro, like he wanna be, he like now his eyes are big every time I say something like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And all I gotta do is use that against him. Like when he ain't paying attention, I said, guys that make it to the league, they pay attention. Guys that make it to the league, they do things right.
Do right.
And so like, dude look like he gonna be good. He a big kid. He like an offensive lineman, defensive lineman.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing to keep them in line. Like I was like, when I was a kid, I wanted to know what somebody did that was talking to me. Like you telling me what to do. Like what did you do? Then that was me.
Exactly.
That was me.
Yeah.
I was always like that. So I know to use that against him.
Yeah.
And this was crazy, bro. Like you saying that, like being in school you would think you got most students that, you know what I'm saying?
Just
that's-
proper.
that's
Yeah.
the- not just
what?
that. It's just that you would think that you got most students that's like, all right, I'm here, I'm in this position, so yeah, I'm gonna angle myself to put myself on a better level, put myself to go to college first, then the NFL.
Yeah.
This man said he got one kid out of what 53, 54 man roster that wanna go to the NFL.
No. That's my bad. Let me make sure I say that right. No, this my I teach sixth grade PE too.
Okay.
So this is my PE kid. No, on my team, I got like I probably got like 10. I got some of the highest rated kids in America.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a 5-star GA. Like I really do that recruiting.
Yeah.
Let's go and get into that recruiting.
Gotta dive over in there.
Well, we gotta dive in that recruiting. Like, how you get into that recruiting and stuff like that, though?
Man, it's crazy, bro. So the thing when I got rated a 3-star, I was mad as I don't know what. I didn't get Danny Dozen in basketball or football.
How, bro?
I don't know. I was attributed
Oh,
to
no,
Morton.
but would you
The school.
Jackson? It was some stars in Jackson.
It
That
was,
was-
but bro,
yeah.
we all played together. Like KT was cold, but like, hey, KT a little smaller than me. Like KT
Yeah.
would go at it. Like he didn't get it.
Damn.
KT didn't get it.
Bro, on 06, I don't even think nobody got Danny Dozen out of JPS. Not that I can remember.
Graham.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
But
right.
he
you right.
averaged the least amount of points of all of. Like,
Right.
bro was good, but I think bro was a little bit older than us. and he didn't average as many points, but he was
No, I'm
on a
talking
winning
football,
team.
though.
Oh, in football?
Yeah, 06, I don't think nobody got Dan Fields in football.
I don't think he did.
Nah.
I
Yeah,
don't think nobody did in
Oh, I
football.
thought you were talking about basketball. See, I was
But yeah,
like basketball.
it was loaded.
Yeah, it was loaded
Yeah,
for sure.
hell yeah.
But football, yeah, I don't think nobody in JPS got it. But still, man, I knew I was a dude in it. Like Anthony Dixon count him. He ain't
that my
Jackson,
fam.
but Anthony. But man, when I came out of 3-star, I was mad. And so when I got in this position, man, I got lucky. To be honest, I came in the game. I came back to volunteer coach at Morton in 2014. I had a kid named D.D. Bowie.
Yeah.
And I've always had an eye for talent. A quick story, when I was at Ole Miss, we went to camps, and I seen who were the top rated receivers and stuff. And so when the coach asked me like this random question, we were walking back in after the camp. He was like, Shay, so who you think was good? No, he was like, Shay, so who you think is, he's like, Shay, who you think is good? And I'm like, this cat. He was like, who you think not that good? I said, the one you got rated, this guy or this guy and that guy. And they was like, they looked at me and they was like, how you know? I was like, you seen us out there. It ain't that hard to tell. But everybody can't do that. Every man think they know talent.
Yeah.
But you got to have some people that agree with you in the majority.
Exactly.
Like people argue about who's the best player, this and this and that. And some of them do it with me. I have a 10-year track record of having the top kids in the state every single year since 2014. I think he graduated in 2017. He was Cam Makers. When I came to Morton, he made a play. And it was just his movements and how he moved and how he jumped. I knew, I was like, that's a top kid.
Yeah.
That's a top kid. And so I sat down and made his film. And I just put me a plan together. I made a goal again. I always do that. And I said, I'm going to get this kid recruited. I think he's one of the top players. And so Quez McNair, I actually remember the whole story. Quez McNair, who was kin to Steve McNair, who played at McGee. He was in JUCO at this time. He had to go JUCO. And then he started getting all these offers. And so I was like, whoa. So me and Quez cool. So I hit up Quez. I was like, Quez, who helping you do that? And he showed me this dude named Dimitri Warren. He showed me his profile well. So I had to do it as a friend. Granted, they know me, but I'm thinking, you got to think what I thought. At that time, I had went down to the lowest of the level.
Yeah.
So
I ain't think
I
anybody
ain't
know
thinking
you.
I'm Shay no more. I ain't Shay the guy that played on TV and broke the record. I ain't him no more at this time. I'm just trying to make myself, in my mind, I'm just a regular dude that never done nothing. I'm trying to come up again. That's what I looked at it as. And so I hit him up and I was like, man, I got the best player in 2017. He was like, yeah, right. Show me the film. I showed him the film. He said, hot damn, you know what you talking about. So that was my first one right there, bro. And so ever since then after that, it was a kid named Dawan Black that was right down the road at our rival school. He's 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", about 185, wingspan crazy long, and he had 15 interceptions as a safety. Dang. So I bring him to Dimitri Warren, and he was like, dang, how many more you got? I said, I don't know, coach. Whoever I see this good, I'll just always bring him to you. And so after that, we started rolling together a little bit, and he had a 7-on-17, the top 7-on-17. He had every kid like Malik Heath that y'all know.
Yeah.
Jonathan Mingo.
Yeah.
Cam Makers. Any of them top kids, Will Rogers, Brandon Buckhalter, Tulu Griffin, Antonio Hartman, all the kids was with him. And so we started rolling together. He let me coach his team, and then I was actually just an assistant coach, and then I finally got to coach a game because I guess they played a trick to see, like, what could I do?
Yeah.
Like, can he really coach? And so they act like the head coach that was coaching the game had to go do something. And they thrust me in there like a backup quarterback type stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see what he could do. When I go out there, we touchdown. We win the game. The first game we had lost. So then the third game came up. They like, yeah, Shay, coach it again. Go ahead. And we win it again. We had so much success. We made it to the championship of that tournament. My first time ever coaching. And so that coach knew he had a dude, and so he always wanted me with him. So now I'm seeing all these top kids, and he's helping me see them at that time. And then, man, we eventually, so when I grew my wings, it's kind of like a Drake song. I heard, like, I took you under my wing, but you supposed to grow your own wings at one point. Yeah. And that's what happened. Yeah. So he made me so mad because he kept talking about something. I'm getting paid by schools. Like, bro, I came in this innocent. I'm an innocent person. Like, not innocent person, but I'm an honest person. I ain't innocent, but honest. I ain't gonna lie to you about it. And then I don't gotta remember a lie because, like, I don't even live my life that way. So he kept blaming me, and it felt like a nagging woman. You know, like, you ain't cheating, and your girl saying you cheating all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, you know what, fam? We just gonna break apart, man. I'm tired of this. I can't deal with this. I got women I'm dealing with, and I got to deal with you too. I just figured out how to do it on my own, you know. And so my first time doing it on my own was Deion Smith, the player Provine.
Yep.
I'm the trainer. I'm the guy that kept Deion going and keeping him going. That's my guy, man. Shout out to my dog. But I was the offensive coordinator at Provine at the time. And so Coach Price, Vernon Price, I don't know if y'all know Vernon Price from Provine, he introduced me to the kid, and then he suggested me for the job or whatever. And Coach I'm going blank. Tim Wilson hired me or whatever, and I was his coach. And so, like I told him, I was like, man, the stuff that I could do before I came here and coaching with y'all, like, I don't lost that connection, and you're gonna be the first kid I'm trying to do this with by myself, and I hope you trust me. And like me and Dion bonded like crazy. Me and Dion are the same kid, like the same person. And so he was like, Coach, I'm rocking with you, whatever, man. You done been working with me, you doing everything. My freshman year, I ain't get to do much, so he rocking with me. So man, that's when it started, man. I went out my way and I looked down my phone to see all the coaches that I knew. And so I made me like a little notes in my phone of all the coaches I knew. And so I was a coordinator, and I made sure I threw him the ball enough because Tim did not want you to throw the ball. Lord have mercy. running like Provine back in the day. That's what he wanted. And so I told him, our best player is Dion. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get him the ball. Like, when I was on my team, the best player was me. I knew how to get a number one receiver the ball any type of way. And so I threw him a bunch of go balls. He averaged probably like 25 yards. The kid had like 700 yards and like 10 touchdowns. That was enough as a sophomore to get him recruited.
Yep.
So I took all that film and put it in a certain way. I'm a broadcast journalism major, so I understand how to cut and do all this stuff with the film and stuff.
Yeah.
And make it pop. So I sent it to a few coaches or whatever, and then one of them bid on it. And it was Auburn. It was on Coach Woodson. And he was like, dang, Shay, that's a dude. I said, yeah, I know, man. You gonna be at first offer? He said, man, bring him up here. Bring him up here Friday or Saturday, whatever it was, and I'll get the offer out to him Monday or Sunday or Monday. So what I do, knowing Ole Miss, because where I went, the coaches were still there or they came back.
Yeah.
So I sent it to Coach Nix. I was like, so we gonna let Auburn be the first team to offer this kid and he my kid? He said, hell no. They called me right then and there and offered him. Boom, that's his first offer, Ole Miss. They're copycats when this happened. State see it.
Yeah.
State called him, offer him immediately. Saturday or Sunday, whatever it was Sunday, Arkansas see it. They call, offer him right then and there. Then Auburn offering. So now he got 4 big-time SEC offers off the bat.
Off the weekend.
And so that's how it started with him, man. And then as the years progressed, like I had Brandon Burkhalter too. He was my first one, kind of, but I didn't do the recruiting. I started doing it after I did it with Dion.
Yeah.
And so you go Brandon Burkhalter, Tulu Griffin, Antonio Harmon, all them left that 7-on-7 team because I left him. And we went with DeMario Day, who started a new team. Well, Tulu stayed. I'm lying. Antonio Harmon went to the Heat. Brandon Burkhalter went to the Heat. But they like always kind of stayed associated with me.
Yeah.
And so as I left that team is when I figured out my power, bro. And like all the kids sided with me. And I didn't have nothing to give them other than Demetri Warren can get you into the Under Armour game. Like, he is the guy. Like, you cannot get in there without him. And all them kids left with me and was like, I don't care about that game, man. We going with you, coach. And I was like, damn, like, this strong. So anyway, long story short, it happened with DeMario too, where he tried to let me just be the recruiter. He wouldn't let me coach him. Like, I'm the only one that's offensive coordinator out of all the dudes there with DeMario, who does defense, doesn't know offense. Mike Espy, he's not a coordinator. He doesn't know it like that necessarily. At the time at least. It was some other people that was in between too. They let all them coach him, wouldn't let me coach him. I'm like, so I'm just the dude boy. I'm just the one to get you to your team and do the recruiting.
You did the right thing.
So I broke apart from them. And I started my own thing. And so, man, and when that happened, I told him, I was like, bro, I'm trying to shoot you straight. I said, it ain't right what you're doing. You let everybody else do it. I said, from a standpoint of just right and wrong, fam, that's wrong. It's the 4th year. You still you let me do it for a game or two, and then you took it. When the other coordinator went to OT7, which is the biggest platform in 707, this man went 1-7, and you didn't ever take it for him, but you took it from me in 2 games? I said, it's not right. And he told me, well, that's what I picked to do. Like, you have to deal with it, find your own team. I said, bet, and this is what I told him. I said, look, them kids are going to side with me without me having a bad mouth you. From the kids that come to you, they left somebody that's got way more power than you. They ain't got more money than you, but they got more power than you. Kids don't care about you being in the league. Kids care about what you can do for them.
Exactly.
That's all they care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like, oh, I know him to people, but like don't mean nothing. Long story short, all them kids left and went with me. But these guys in 7th, 8th, 9th grade, you feel me? I got the tall ones too, the older ones too, but I got these in the young grade.
Oh, so you molding them.
I'm molding them. So all of them leave. Now I got a whole plethora of kids that ain't hit high school yet that I can do their recruiting for. So that's what has happened now, man. And that's where it took off. That's where it started. But now, like, at JA. When have you ever heard of a 5-star player being at JA?
Hell no.
No.
I got the number 9 overall prospect in the nation.
Ain't no way.
I got the number 1 player in. Okay, so let me go back. Deion Smith was the number 1 player in 2021.
Yeah.
Branson Robinson was the number 1 player in 2022. Santarin Perkins was the number 1 player in 2023. I've had the number 1 player them 3 years in a row. 24, I didn't have it. And then 25 I ain't have, but like in 26, I got the number 1 player. I got the number 2 player. I got the number 3 player. I got the number 4 player.
In the nation.
No, this is Mississippi.
Mississippi.
But okay, let me go nationally. In 24, for example, J.J. Harrell, they went to Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Train him. Stonker Burnside from Starkville that goes to Mississippi State. I train him. San Francisco McGee that goes to Mississippi State. I train him. One of them is local, Ben's son, Keandre Tears.
Yeah.
I had him
my
since he
dog.
was 12 years old. I'm the one that helped him develop into what he did, bro. Like, brother had no D1 trajectory. So that's what I really put my hat on. Like, them other kids
Yeah.
are very talented. Not saying he wasn't. He had some tools a little bit,
Yeah.
but like he couldn't really walk and chew bubblegum for the most part when I got him. Like,
Yeah.
like his mom always would tell you, like, man, no, he built my son up from the bottom. So that's when I knew I was a dude. Like, I knew I could do the other part, but like, can you develop somebody who doesn't have all the ability that the other ones got? Because people are gonna label you as, oh yeah, he just take the kids already good. All right, like Jay-Z said, if y'all made me make another one, then tell me somebody else who could do this right here.
Yeah.
Show me somebody else that can do this right here. I
Yeah.
took that kid from nothing to D1. The kid is at Arkansas State. He was a number 5 or 6 receiver in that class. And like, even he came over to JA with me. That was the first person to believe me in JA, believe in the vision. Like, I wasn't even trying to do it, you know what I'm
My
saying?
Ben's son, right?
Being something.
Yeah, Ben's son.
He came with
That
me.
boy hard.
Yeah,
He
boy
hard,
tough.
bro.
Man,
Bro
that
got
boy
some
hard.
of the best routes, bro. And all he
Crisp.
did,
Chris, yeah.
he just took the coaching, man. He very coachable. And so that happened. So now that started the trend at JA. People seeing that happen.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Now you got Caden Moss, 5-star prospect. That's the number 9 player in the nation.
Yeah.
You got TJ White that came from Jim Hill. That's a 4-star. That's the number 1 linebacker in Mississippi in 2026, and he's a 4-star prospect. You got Darian Albert, who's the number 1 D tackle in the state. He's a 4-star prospect. Got crazy. All the kids got crazy off LSU, Ole Miss,
Yeah.
Mississippi State, all this. You got Omari Johnson is a transfer from Western to Tennessee. He's a number 12 overall athlete in the entire nation.
Yeah.
I got a freshman, PJ Evans. He's going to be a 5-star. He's 6'3.5", 315 pounds. So it's a trend, and now I got that
That's
7.
a whole lot of dudes.
And it's even more like it's going to get worse.
It's
like,
going to get worse.
it's gonna get worse
It's going to
because
get worse.
people seeing them
Seeing,
come, and
mhm.
now all you see if you watch social media, I think that what y'all seeing, you seeing offers after offers after
Yeah.
offers
Like,
after offers.
Listen, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I said I gotta reach out to him before he get big. I said I gotta get the first interview with him before he get big. Exactly what I said.
Oh
Yeah.
God, but like it people seeing it. And then my 7-on-7 team is just like club teams with like volleyball and baseball. They all been doing this for years, and there's no rule in it other than you can't talk to the kids unless they take a visit, a tour. So as long as that happened, but they already on my team. I ain't gotta really reach out to nobody. It's just they already want to do it. It ain't me. They just see who I am, how I am. The parents know me, and so they be like, man, I'd rather go play for Shay than play for anybody else. He the one that's gonna get me offers and train me anyway. So
Mhm.
why not be with him every day?
Yeah.
And so next year it's gonna get even worse. Everybody seen Hartfield what they did and they wanted all this
Mhm.
stuff. They the best team in the state, I think. But I think even this year we have enough right now when they all healthy that it's gonna be a little rumble in this thing. Even if
Yeah.
it's not this year, watch next year.
Yeah.
It's gonna get crazy. So overall, that's how I got into that, man, and got lucky really meeting that guy because I could have came in as a regular coach
Mm-hmm.
and not be doing what I'm doing. But like it's so fun. Like when I get these boys in the spring, or like last week we went to Ole Miss and stuff, and the coach was like,
Yeah,
bro,
seen
all
it.
these your guys?
Yeah.
I said, shoot, coach, these all of them, but shoot, I got a whole bunch more. I got like 25 kids with D1 off by myself. Like
Ooh,
everybody used to think, and I don't even want to be on no bad mouth with nobody, but everybody used to think it was me and Mike doing it. Like you want to get known for what you do.
yeah.
You feel me? We kind of bumped heads about this so much, and I was like, I'm not wrong to want to be known for what Shay doing,
Yeah, nah,
and
you
not
ain't wrong at
you
all.
being able to piggyback off of it like it's you too. So
Mhm.
now that we've broken apart, I'm gonna have my own team. He gonna have his own. I don't know what he gonna do, but we broke it apart too. It's just like in maturation, you mature as you go, and you learn what you need to do.
Yeah.
And now everything I'm doing is coming to light. It's like it's not Shay and Mike anymore. It's like I'm little bro. Like I'm Scottie Pippen. Like I'm the sidekick.
Yeah.
No, I'm a star.
You'll start now.
Yeah.
I've been a star. It's
Yeah.
just I've been letting other people take the credit for it. Like DeMario, when I with DeMario, everybody think Devoted Dream is doing it, his team. When I go with Mesh, everybody think it's both of us, and you think he's doing it because he's been a trainer longer than me. So like I told him, yeah, man, you great at training, you're great at making money. Like he's a money maker. He's very good salesman. But I was like, my hat has always been on before I ever got into training was finding top kids, training top kids, and getting them recruited. That has always been my thing. Training came last, and that just puts the icing over the cake. And honestly, I'm a writer too. I'm a broadcast journalist, mate. I write for 24/7 Sports too, one of the biggest platforms in recruiting and stuff too.
Right.
So you feel me? So I just want to get known for what I do, man.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with this shit. Everybody want to be known for what they do.
For real. Like, before we get up out of here, though, like, what's the youngest age of kids that you take that you train? You feel me?
Man, I usually try to stay at like 12, somewhere up in there. But like what's gonna happen is me working at D1 on that franchise. I'm D1 now. So I'm hiring guys under me. You know
for real?
Yeah. It's,
that what's up?
It's major at this point. Now, I never could see the vision. And Demetri Warren told me when we broke apart, well, when he first met me or whatever, and he seen what I can do, he was like, man, you don't know what you can become, like who you really is. And I never knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And now seeing it all come to light.
He's seen it.
Yeah, he's seen it. Because he's seen it. Mississippi always slow to stuff. There's other guys in other states that have been doing this. And like I tell my kids, I'm like, bro, you got one of the best wide receiver training in the nation. Forget this state. Because this is the part that the other ones didn't do. They didn't do it themselves.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't do it themselves. I talk about that basketball, that stuff, them training y'all see. I'm going to get to posting more and giving out tips and showing, like, bro, all I did was play basketball on grass. That's all. It's fundamental. The second part is flashy. Kids love it, bro. Like, I'm teaching them stuff like technical moves and stuff. And once they learn the move, they be like, Coach, man, this stuff feels so smooth. And I'm like, I've been doing that back in 2006. All that was my crossover. You feel me? All that is my heads up. You feel me? Me jumping up and catching the ball. All that is me dunking on somebody or me box somebody out for a rebound. You know, it's basketball on grass. So back to your question, I got some homeboys that they want to train. Everybody want to deal with kids. Like I tell people, like when they be like, "Oh, you ain't making no money." Like first off, training's a lot of money.
About the money, bro. Like that's why I coach Little League.
But the crazy thing,
when it come to teaching, when you know the sport, bro. When you actually know the sport and you love teaching, it's different, bro.
Different,
man, I coach Little League over getting paid a lot, bro, just because of teaching the fundamental. When you got kids that never played the game of football.
Right.
And you got to really break it down, slow the game down, teach them not only the game, teach them the equipment, teach them what the equipment for.
Yeah.
Bro, that takes dedication on a whole different level, bro, and it's strong as fuck because you got to, like I said, teach somebody that's never done this before, kids that's never touched the pigskin before.
But it's the funny part. There's a lot of money in it. Think of a barber. Think of somebody cut hair. They put the black gloves on and put the light up there. What they charge? $75
down to $100.
So that's what I'm able to charge. Like I can make $100 an hour doing this. I don't do that.
Oh shit!
But like this stuff serious, bro. Like you getting the best of the best. Like I tell
the best
people,
of the best. Yeah.
I know what everything to do because not only do I ain't watching no video from some dude.
You did it.
I did it myself.
Yeah,
This is the other part. I have access to every college coach in the nation. All that recruiting, I don't want to go in there and talk recruiting. After I show you them players, hey, all right, doc, let's get on this board right here. Show me the drill. Oh, no. Let's get in these videos. Show me the drill that you do with your receivers. Like I'm going to Ohio State, LSU, Ole Miss, who putting out great receivers, Ole Miss. I'm going in there and learning their drills. I already probably know them, but I want to double check. Am I teaching the right thing? First, you got to know what it look like.
Exactly.
You got to know what it look like. And I already know what it look like, but I'm double checking it, and I got the value there. So when it comes to this training, bro, like it's a lot of money into it because I'd run it like a business. I was at D1. So I'm a very like aware person. I pay attention to everything. So I looked at all what they was doing. And so you can't buy a package. You can't buy a session by session with me. You got to buy a package. So you gonna spend $250, $500, $750. It go like that. All the way up to 25 sessions for like $1,500. So you paying that up front, and I'm up hold my end of doing all them sessions for you, and it turns to a lot of money. Now that I got other people that I'm hiring up under me to be my other wide receiver trainer that's gonna deal with the younger kids.
Right.
I got a homeboy in Morton that's tough with them. He love it. And I just as a coach, like as a guy that can see talent. I can see talent in the coach too. I know who know what they doing. Right. I know who got real passion.
Yeah.
And so my homeboy got passion. Like I told him, I said, bro, you want to do what I'm doing? You can do it. I'll help you. So, because normally we black, we don't want to help each other. We don't want to. If you doing something, you man.
They gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping. I don't want to do that.
Gatekeeping.
Because I already know. This is what I already know. Can't nobody be me.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got no resume like I got. But you guys can make some money. So what I'm gonna do? I got a wide receiver trainer. I got them big time O linemen, right?
Yeah.
I got 2 of them. They're gonna be one of them a 5-star, one of them gonna be a 5-star. So I got an O line guy.
Yeah.
My coach at JA with me is a technician. He did my D line guy.
Yeah.
I got another dude from down the road from Morton at Far named Keelan Johnson. He gonna be my linebacker guy. Now the thing I'm missing is a DB guy, the best DB guy in the state.
Let me raise my hand right here. You feel me?
Show me what you
Yeah,
can do.
show
bro.
what you can do, man. Hey, join the team, man.
Oh,
I'm
God.
You
telling you.
understand me?
For real.
Man, these guys putting down, man, they're 10, 11, 12 years old and not giving up 50 yards a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got tape on all my guys. I started getting tape on them early.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That what Marcus Aprils did. Like that's shout out to my dog. He with the young kids, like with the Bears. That's one of my guys. A lot of his kids at JA with me. And he I needed that. Like I wanted all the way down to like 10. I don't really want to deal with the 6-year-olds and stuff because that's like too young for me.
Yeah.
But like 10, 12, it's time to, all right, you need to start
It's time
learning
to
how to do
lock
it
in.
right. You need to learn how to do it right. And if you can learn at that age and bring it all the way up,
Yeah.
you already passed half of the high school kid because they hard-headed and don't want to
Yes,
listen.
bro, because when you get kids that young, 10, 11, 12 years old that dedicate
Yeah.
their free time to the game, it becomes easier to coach. You feel me?
Right.
Because if you got somebody at the younger level, bro, working with these kids at the younger level, man, by the time they get to middle school, high school, they 5, 6 steps ahead of their teammates. It's easier to coach them because not only are they more coachable, you can depend on them to help you coach in a different aspect of the game. You feel me?
Yeah.
It just become easier when you teaching at a younger age, bro.
Already.
Right.
But check this out, man. I'm glad you came through to drop that knowledge, man. Do all that, man. Because I done learned some shit from you today on God. I can't wait to go back and watch this motherfucker on God. Because you going to make me start doing a little coaching on that little square world, little wide receiver coaching going on.
On everything. Hey, it's a lot of kids where you could do that. Honestly, like everybody needs it because you're going to know more than probably the person is out there trying to teach them.
Yeah.
If you dedicate any of your time to it, because most
That's it,
people
bro.
don't try it. They just be out there yelling and just seeing
Yeah.
someone
Run a
TV.
lap.
You feel me? A lot of people can't coach, bro. It ain't that hard, but like I always say, it's levels to it though. Like,
Yeah.
like it's a lot of cats around where I'm from acting like they can do what I do. And it used to make me super mad. But now it's all solidified. Now I be just like,
Yeah, you don't
cool.
build it. Yeah, it's cool. You
I'm
cool on it.
cool
You
on
got
it
your
now.
you got your people. They can do what they do,
Yeah.
but you know for a fact they come to you.
come on with it.
But before we leave up at that thing, they man, let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? Where they can reach you at. But where they can reach you at. You know what I'm saying? I know you got your training going on, promote your training and all that. And I want you to let them know like what's your drive for this. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the inspiration behind you? You know what I'm saying? What makes it a motivation?
Right. Oh, you can reach me on all social medias, Twitter, Facebook, what is it? Instagram at Shay Hodge 3. I tried to uniform, make it all the same, make it easy. My training page is Hodge Performance. All social medias also. And man, my motivation, bro, it's simple. It's very simple. I want to be what I needed when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like the dude I told you about that grounded me, my Perry Fletcher.
Yeah.
I want to be him because when I needed somebody to be there for me, so I didn't, let go of the rope and per se,
Yeah.
going through the pressure, want to kill myself or whatever. I want to be that guy, but then I want to do it at a higher level. Like he told me, he like, but you doing way more than I ever could have did for you. And so just, like they said, leave it better than you found it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm
Already.
trying to do for any of these kids. And they ain't got to be no top player. Like it just comes off like that. I like developing too. It's
Yeah.
fun. But now it is pretty hard when they don't have no base.
Yeah.
You feel me? But
we all know that.
you feel me? But like Ben, like a Ben's son, like he could catch over his head pretty well. He had pretty good hands, but his feet was slow and he was kind of getting fat a little bit at that point. And being able to work that weight off of him and get his footwork right and stuff, I love developing because I've seen, I don't know, I had a homeboy that I had to do that for in basketball when I was young. I did it in basketball before. I'm in 7th grade teaching my 7th grade friend how to dribble a basketball like I can. So
Yeah.
it's something about it. I don't know, man. I say it take a certain type of man to teach. What Drake said, to be far from hood but understand the streets. I
Alright.
it's the same to me, because just like I told you, I grew up with a lot of hood dudes. I grew up in the hood, like I know both sides and being able to relate because a lot of them come from, like a lot of talent come from struggle. People that don't have a lot.
Yeah.
And so if they don't have a lot, what are they normally growing up in? Poverty. And so what are they going to turn to normal time? The streets.
The streets.
So being able to relate there and put football into it, man, that's just my MO in this thing, man.
Already. But man, like I said, appreciate you for coming through, man. Locked in a trap, man. Hey, go back and watch the interview, man. It's gonna be dope, man.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And like I said, I had to be the first to get that bit because I know After this one, I know some more coming. But
Right.
hey, he had to come lock in the trap. You know
And
what
the price done went up. You understand me?
For sure.
Already, but man, like I said, man, catch us every Monday, 6 o'clock, man, locked in the trap. We out.